Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Most of us have heard the phrase, go with your gut, especially when it comes to taking a test or making simple decisions. But going with your gut can also help save your life.
That's right, Ricky. And going with your gut is your intuition. And it's that feeling you get in your gut when you instinctively notice something you're doing is right or wrong without the need for conscious reasoning. For example, intuition can be the valuable in trivial situations like choosing the correct answer for a multiple choice test, or choosing to take the highway instead of the street to avoid traffic.
That is so crazy how that works, Brad. You know, intuition can also be very valuable in more serious situations. For example, your intuition could tell you to stay home instead of going to a party that would eventually get shot up. Or your intuition could tell you to keep walking down the main road and not to walk down an alleyway as a shortcut because maybe a creepy man was waiting to take advantage of you. Now, intuition could also tell you to check your significant other's phone because you got a gut feeling they may be unfaithful.
Yeah. That is crazy. So this morning we got faith-based psychologist Dr. Alderman Tart on to talk about the psychology behind intuition and why it can be so valuable to go with your gut to make certain decisions. So, Dr. Tart, good morning. Happy to have you this morning.
Good morning.
Man.
Good morning.
This is my area right here because I tell you, my head is like a swivel and I check out everything. I'm really careful on how I move. And can you explain what intuition is, and do you think it's important, to use in certain situations?
Yeah, we all use it. I mean, it's not just luck. So what happens is the brain actually recognizes patterns without us being aware of it, right? Like a doctor might know exactly what's going on in a couple of minutes because he or she has been doing this for like 15, 20 years, right? They recognize a pattern of symptoms before they even get the full picture, all right? Or someone talked about the phone, right? Checking your spouse's phone. You've already noticed they're moving differently, right? They came home, they did something different, they responded, not making eye contact. We're not aware of it, but that discernment, see, in religious communities, we call that conation or discernment. And it's not luck. It's why it's hard to explain the Holy Spirit, or it's hard to explain, like in radio, y'all can say, no, this is not going to hit. This segment's not going to do it. Let's change it up before you even get feedback. That's our pattern recognition. That is doing things over and over again, and that's called automatic processing, to where the brain's unconscious use of like learned information is all coming together to fit one picture. So it's never luck. It's just like thousands of pieces of information that we're processing at the same time that lead us to say, something's not right. Let me call my daughter. Something's not right. Let me make sure. Check this email one more time. Go ahead.
I was going to ask Special K, what does it mean when you taking a nap and you wake up and the chick laying over there staring at you? What that mean?
Yeah, that means you picked the wrong chick to bring to your house. That's what that means.
Staring at you like the Burger King man.
Yeah. She ain't blinking.
Like the Burger King mascot.
Just looking.
Dr. Todd, you ever seen that commercial when that man woke up and the man handed him a Whopper, that Burger King man?
Y'all are funny. Y'all need so much help. It is Monday. That's why we do Mental Health Mondays, because y'all need it. Y'all need it the most.
Well, Dr. Tart, I know intuition has definitely come through for me in certain times in my life, but, sometimes you can be overthinking or even paranoid.
Yeah.
So how do you separate that line, between feeling paranoid from intuition?
Well, you know what? When we start overthinking, we feel paralyzed. It's like the man in the Bible who was paralyzed and couldn't move. He needed other men to move him, right? And so overthinking is where we're thinking about the same thing over and over again, and we can't make a decision. See, our gut will tell us to go one way, and then we'll start questioning our gut, right? Go with your gut. The chances of you being right are more likely than you being wrong, because it's not just luck. When it could be a great job offer, but you can say something doesn't feel right about this company. The numbers look great. The health insurance looks great, but then you didn't dodge a situation where you didn't, signed up to work for the Republican Party, right? You didn't know.
Right.
You didn't know what you were getting into, right?
Funny.
So overthinking is where no matter what, you cannot come to a decision, versus weighing the pros and cons, praying about it, and then going with your gut. See, what we should do is make a decision and then continue to analyze the data. See, a lot of times overthinking, you just can't move. That's how you know you're overthinking, when you cannot make a move. It's better to make a move and then go the opposite direction than to have no movement whatsoever.
So you saying we should just take the gamble? It's a risk. Just take it
It's
and
not
go
a
with your gut.
gamble. It's not a gamble. Because think
But
about
how
it.
do we know when we wrong, though, Dr. Tart?
In music, can you tell a hit? How long it take for you to tell a hit?
Oh, I can't tell today's music at all. It's so many songs on the
Really,
radio
bro?
that it's so many songs.
You know
Now,
what?
back in the day, I can, but today's music, some of the stuff I would have been like, nah, that ain't gonna make it, and it made it.
Yeah, but there's someone who's an exec can tell you in a couple of minutes. You know, you've been through the cutthroat industry. They listen to you for what, 9 seconds? They say, okay, that's not it,
Yeah,
right? Or they say,
sometimes.
hey, that's it, right? Like so what it is it's not just luck. Think about your experience. You've been doing this for 20, 30 years, right? Your brain's been processing information. So it's not luck. It's just something you can't really explain. But when you look at it, how many times are you right? So what it is, if you really want me to get deep with it, it's really unconscious information integration, to where you're not conscious that you're putting information and integrating it and putting it all together. It's like cooking. Thanksgiving is coming up. People can't tell you how they know it's going to taste. They can just say, you know what? Something's off about this. Let me change it up a little bit. And
Absolutely.
our guts are the same, where they cook by gut. They cook by feel. They don't even cook
There
the
you
same
go.
way every time. They don't look at anything. It's just something in them that tells them, hey, I need to do something different.
Yeah, Dr. Tart, I'll tell you, I can say, because I'm a gunshot victim. My daughter is a gunshot victim. And even when I go and park at a Walmart or a Target or Home Goods or wherever I'm going, or whatever, or Michael's, to pick up some rhinestones, so Special K can put in his blue jean jacket to wear on stage. Sometimes I tell you.
Yeah, everybody don't need to know that.
Oh, bruh, I'm so tired of you with them.
Everybody
damn
don't need to
jackets.
know that, though.
They don't. Hold on.
Stay on topic. Everybody don't need to know about
But
rhinestones.
where do they sell jackets with rhinestones in the back?
No, can't keep
I
that.
promise the guys you go into Michael's buying. But anyway, we'll talk about
That
that
should
a
be a
whole
word
nother
of the
day.
week. Rhinestones.
Yeah, rhinestones.
Word that don't exist.
Yeah, thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Those are not rhinestones. Those where he be wearing rhinestones because they be dull by the end of the night.
Oh, they ain't
but not-
Swarovski.
Okay, but we digress.
But Dr. Tart, walking to your car the way I walk to my car, like I'm checking out my surroundings. I watch enough crime shows and watching people's last moments on this earth. If they would have just paid attention to details, and it make you paranoid. You're not scared to go nowhere. You have to figure out how to go during certain times. And then sometimes it's not even to go at certain times because crimes are happening at 11 o'clock in that damn afternoon or whatever. You just taking a chance every time you do something, but just make sure, just your intuition, your gut. My son put me on game talking about how the kids his age move. My son Malik told me you don't look them dudes in the eye. You don't pop your head up like what's up. You bow your head down like old white men do when they acknowledge each other. He said you don't pull up in a parking space real fast when young dudes out there because they'll think you trying to do a drive-by. He told me about 20 or 25 things that you don't do that won't get you shot that I had no idea of. No idea.
Rick, what you're talking about is hypervigilance. All right, so this happens after trauma. So, like, if you're on the train, I saw a guy riding the train, and he was looking left and right every single time the train stopped, right? He was trying to make sure that he could get exit left or right in case the people who were looking for him, he could get off. When we've experienced crime or trauma, our body's trying to reestablish safety. So it's hypervigilant. It's looking for a threat anywhere. All right, we call it the lizard brain, the flight, fight, or freeze brain, because all you're looking for is survival. And when you look around and you don't see any threat, then you can relax. That is a normal response to trauma.
Right.
It blends into intuition, but it's a trauma response.
Dr. Todd, thank you for sharing all of that information with us. Let everybody that's listening to the show know how you can be reached.
Hey, just go to my website, drtart.com. I did an article on intuition this morning. drtart.com. That's drtart.com. Or follow me on Instagram at drtart.
Yeah, you heard that, Gary? Intuition. Yeah, because I know you had just texted me. What is that? That's not a college loan. That's
That's
not
what I
where you
was
get-
wondering.
That's not where you get. No, that's tuition.
Tuition. Thank you for correcting.
Yeah,
Why
Dr.
tell
Todd,
us about Special K a new jacket? Stop talking about
Hey, let's not go back to that, Dr. Tart. Supposed to be my boy, man. Don't do that. I always wonder why you.
holiday time, man.
I wonder why you put that hot glue gun on your black pack.